Hey, I just finished listening to this lady's story about her helper, and I just also realized that I have a story to tell about a helper. Long overdue. I think it's been a year now, but I want to tell you guys the story. This helper, Nili Musutu, right? And I don't want to associate her behavior with Batho Basotho. Though I was warned before, initially when I got her and people close to me would ask, and they're like, but I've always been like, I don't want to classify people. In helpers, I've had different, like, Zimbabwe, Malawi, South Africa, and all of them will certain things here and there. So, what is Mutamuso? To just give people a chance and see what they will show you, right? And I get this lady. And just to give a disclaimer, in my experience, having had helpers for my eldest son is almost 13 and I've had helpers his whole life. Having had helpers for over a decade, I've learned over age is a huge factor. Being young will count against you when it comes to those people. I used to get Batoba Rolo, and the reason for that was because Nekifilare, it was my first child, so Mutomogolo experience, right? And they will show you how. But Bogolo Babona came with them thinking they are my parent now and they want to show me how to do things in my house. Because when I had my first son, I was 23. And you would understand in their 30s. Or that person is literally like almost a decade older than me. So they think they can do. I mean, I'm 23. Only in your 30s. I'm not there. And then I went for the young ones where I was like, at least because though it was difficult for me to get someone younger, because if I'm 23, 24, 25, muthu younger literally. And I can't know. And for me, the most important thing was someone who will know how to parent ngwana. Like, whenever I got a help, I was not looking for someone who knows how to make a spotless house, but how to help me raise ngwana. Ngwana was always a priority for me. So that's why I gravitated more towards age. But I still try, but especially as I was growing, like get push up my 30 and stuff, I started going for younger people by long 27, 28. When they get to my house, the siblings, if I don't feel like waking up in the morning when I start you know, that's why I carry. I've had different kinds and as we progress, and I didn't have a problem. If things don't work out, they don't work out. But this last one, what's amazing last year, December, I want to tell you stories. So this particular help I came through a referral of my cousin, right? I've been let down by different people with different backgrounds and whatnot. Now, this cousin of mine in particular, she travels a lot, leaving ban and with this helper, Wamusut. So I'm like, you know what? This cousin of mine, so I think referral I'll get a good person. She refers someone, and I always go towards the references instead of agencies, because I just kind of feel like a personal relation holds on to something. It means something for na. So she refers someone, this person, the picture I a young lady, man. She's not young, she's not old either. She looks mature, and about her background before I got her, because I'm trying to get to know her better so that I can make an informed decision. So I realized that okay, and I thought maybe but that thing we didn't cross borders all the way to come to slambara in a foreign country, so they have the work ethic. She comes. I like her very much. She comes. We get to know each other. One big mistake, I like making these people feel at home. And I'm saying it's a mistake because my sisters warned me about it, and I always felt like, I was the boss. You understand? Little did I know, using authority keeps constantly reminding those people that I'm at work. You don't have to be toxic so that it can be a conducive work environment, but you don't have to be over welcoming as well, because they forget that it's a work environment. But I always confused the two, and I thought maybe the friendlier I am, the more open and comfortable and at home the person feels. And when they do that, then they will treat my kids well. I thought I was investing this kindness so that my kids can receive it on the other end of the stick. So Shapu, I always did that. I made her very comfortable. If I'm going out with my sisters for the lunch, I'm like, come along, let's go with the kids. Let's go so she can like just be part of the family. If I'm going to do my groceries, I'm like, let's go together. And I'm not saying she must come with me so she can push my trolley. No, I'm saying let's go together so she can be outside. I'll take her to parks. I would, like just do things with her. I always felt like she's not part of the family. So whenever my husband is not going, I'm going with her and the kids. I sisters at Royal Plus. I remember even when I bought my last car. I went after dealership. I went to the house to pick her up and said to her, "Let's go together to my sister's house so I can go show them the car." Without, I could have went alone, right? But this is me now thinking, this is a family member. I want her to be part of the celebration. Another thing, me being too understanding. The neighborhood that I stay in, I want a taxi at all. Taxi rank is a bit of a walking distance. I want to say 500 meters to 600 meters. So I would normally actually I'll make time. Even if I'm occupied somewhere, I will drop everything so I can go pick her up. Drop a taxi rank on Fridays because now offer the month end. On Fridays, and then Sunday, whatever I'm doing, I'm always around. Pick up. I did this the first time. The second time, I said to her, "You need to learn Ntella." Because in obviously, I said to her, "You need to learn Ntella." And she was like, "Yeah, I think I need to do that." Baby girl never did. She was just too comfortable. And I never complained. It was okay. Ow. She had a tendency to want the status. And I want status. The first time this happened was so my youngest one, he was just I think just below a year, my 11 months to a year. I'm betting in the guest bedroom. Since he was a newborn, because my baby was 3 months old. Now but now this one is grown now. He's crawling, he's this, he's that. So bed. And then my husband but my husband does not communicate with my helpers. If I got anything from the helper, I know which I help her anything, or message, or wherever I am and say, "Please tell auntie so," which works just fine for me, right? Sharp. So he tells me, he's like, "What's that? I've realized or auntie or on the bed. I do feel what I'm one lemofasi. I'm like guest bedroom. I'm one lemofasi, carpet mofasi. Or he can crawl out of the bedroom and go to the living room, go auntie." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Then Gamuja, and she was like, "Yeah, no, I'll do it sharp. I cannot to follow a motor up some time. I want a person to be free and do what they love comfortably. So remember, I'm investing in not being a toxic employer or a difficult employer or a demanding employer, because I feel like investor in her happiness so that she can be a happy helper to my kids. So now when she praise. Now what happened was I think ile hour, right? The dad heard from his room and then she ran to the room and everything. When I come back from work, he tells me, that thing you're please make sure because it's becoming a health hazard for one. Okay, sharp. The next day, my husband. My 10. Remember, and everything. So he's like, remember, my 11, 12. I'm sponge. He had a very small sponge one. Little sponge one la roba le mofase aska ba awa shapo ke sa gopo ke mo romela message ke rena ke re bona ke gopela like we spoke, make sure gore wa la ngwana fase gore roba le mofase because he's dead or maabane o ka ra se abi shapo o ka re o ile what. And I'm not making a statement you ka reng nna ke sure ke a mmoja botse gore it looks like maabane something happened, but he's saying let's avoid it by gore mo roba tse mofase. Okay, my 10 minutes is gone. I'm gonna do part 2. Okay, I'm back with part 2. Yeah, stories experience with helpers. Ne? So immediately after sending her a message, I saw for 3 minutes, guys, status on her phone. And I want to say this, I want to put this out there. She blocked me from seeing her statuses, which I didn't have a problem with. That's her phone, that's her personal life. I have no business, child, knowing what she puts on her status. And I normally block my helpers from my statuses because I don't want them to see my stories, like especially personal stuff go WhatsApp. So that's fine. But what I've realized, all of a sudden I can see your statuses and this message. Now let's talk about this message. It's saying, wa itse ke tlhoile motho a reng ha nyaka something ko wena a botse gore somebody else o re biao. I'm thinking, I in particular just told you that please alela ngwana mo fase instead of competing because his dad is saying. Am I mixing things up here? Marna ke vocal na I speak. So I kept quiet sharp will jajila subela ka tsamaya ka ya ko gae ke fitla ko gae ke re ko ena anti ke bona message mo so. And this message came less than 5 minutes after nna. No rumela voice note ko khopela re o dire ntwe so because Papa Marie asked, is that what you meant? She's like, no, that's not what I meant. You confused things and ke a leboha me ha o buile because ha re le batho tla me ke tsebe hore seemo sa hao se byang o bona eng o fila byang so ke a leboha hi ke okay sharp le I'm good, thank you for the clarity, we move. As of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, guys, I have a work trip. I have to go to Bloemfontein. So my profession is in HR, and at this point in time, I work for a company where we have remote employees across the country. So I would normally travel with their supervisors when they go to pay them visits along with them. So this Bloemfontein trip was an in and out. It was very early kamata. It was a Friday, I remember very well. And then I traveled to Bloemfontein. On my way back to Bloemfontein around Boma 2. Ke bona status sa hae. Yo, wa tseba modimo le nna ke tlhoka mosebetsi o eleng hore le nna nka chaisa ka di Fridays ka offer ka yo phomola. You unblocked me, right? For the past 2 weeks, next I went the status down, but all of a Sunday, boom, you unblocked me. I'm seeing a status about you wanting to rest and you work for me, which means it's me who's keeping you from resting at the weekend. Still, I keep quiet. I'm like, because I don't know if this is an indirect jab. And I'm opening these platforms to make sure if there's something more, let it out. I will give you that room for you to let it out. Re dialogue until we get to a resolve. I get home and in the evening, how auntie ke bona message mo so. Bothata ara mmena ke bua fela, I ka nna ka o itse mosebetsi wa ka ke a tlhalohanya hore ha re qala maqalong o chilo hore ke tlo offer weekend e one ya month end fela. Then I make it clear hore yes, and even the salary it talks to that arrangement. So o sure o sharp ara I know ke right. Okay, I how le right le nna ke right. And then I make her aware as well hore the status tjao and I can a problem. But one thing I'm noticing is that whenever I see your statuses is when I feel like a message is directed to me. Maybe I am overreading things, and if I am, I sincerely apologize, but that's where I am, and I don't want to sit with something. I'm open like that, and I'm trying to help you get to that point as well, where if you have anything, speak. Sharp. So the last straw was this one now. December, when she was supposed to go home. And I want to make this clear. She's worked for me for a year. She started with me in Jan. This is December now. And my helper has never, a single day, walked from my house to the taxi rank, or walked from the taxi rank to my house, I still take her, I still pick her up. Every single time. So now she's supposed to go home for December. She's going home for a longer period because December and June she goes home for longer periods. And then I say to her, I tell her in advance when she's about to go on off so that she can plan her things as well. Okay, this week on this day, so and the next time able to pay her. Then I think a week and a half ahead. And then 3 days before, unromela message ke le mmerekong o re ne ke kgopela because o rile ke tlo tsamaya on this day. The day before ne ke kgopela tsamaya ke Joburg ko dira meriri ke dire le Manala so that the day ke tsamayang ke ye straight to taxi rank because going to Lesotho means ke santse ke qale ko Eastern Cape or something. Her family has another house in Eastern Cape, but home ke Lesotho. And I was like, okay, cool, because I'll be around. I'll stay with the kids. It's fine. Now I'm giving her another day for her to go do her things. Because her office actually supposed to start the next day because I was saying, I can have problem. She goes to I was saying about 7. But this time I didn't drop her off because I was like, no, but so it's fine. You can go. She goes, and then I spend the day with the kids. I remember my sister-in-law's kids were visiting as well at the time. I take them out for lunch, go spare. But now I'm saying to them, guys, we can't stay here for long because I just want to make sure she doesn't wait for too long. I'm out with the kids. So when you get off, go texting, because 2, I'm thinking she could be done by then. When you get to when you're on your way back, let me know so I can make my way back to the house as well, or pick you up go taxi rank. And romela message no re silent and really busy bile kona ke qala Manala ka raya o tshoro tlo fetsa lata sharp. Now the day is going. And then letšatši le subele e be bo ma 5 ka montle go change weather e be go go ntsho. I'm concerned about her ngwana batho. Ke a bona ka mo side maru a pipileng ke ka mo side Joburg mo arleng waya. So let me just check on her. Ke mo romela voice note ke rotsa king. The weather is getting really bad this side. I don't know what it looks like on your side, but I can sure by the time we fitla mo go tlabe go le bjang. So if you get to the taxi rank it's late or pula yana, let me know. I'll come pick you up. Immediately I romela voice note. Ar ke ka taxing ibile hona sefako. I can hear in the background hore bona it's hailing on the taxi. Hona sefako se ngata mme ne ke kopa fela ha ke fitla ko taxi rank o tlo nlate ke re no problem sharp, just let me know when you get there. So ka spedi ba re ngwana bana ba tlhapi magadima a dia ke so ke a bona weather e thoma go befa ke tsentšha bana ka metsing ke ba tlhapiša because I'm like I ka emela ena ke tlhapiše bana and then lo gore lena by the time I fitla e be le gore bana ba sharp ke tlhapiša bana ke fetsa tlhapiša bana o e one ka metsing o thoma o potu and no e thoma go ya go ma 6 ke a bona ra motho. I've had this experience before where ke tlhapiša ngwana a tshwara ke boroko ka metsing anti a phone re ke fitle taxi rank ka kenya bana ka kuleng ka lata anti ba roba le mo tseleng, and then in that way ke ma 6-7 this time. Normally that's the time that she gets home when she's back from her off. Ke bo ma 7 bana ba tshwere ke boroko ka kuleng ba sa tsoga ba roba la ka tlala. So this time I'm like she can wait. Bana ba tsena ke tla mo jisha ka speed because the food is ready. Ere ke no ba tlosa ke ba pese and then ke tla molata. On romela message ke sa tlosa bana or no ke se ke fitlile mo taxi rank ke re ko yena okay sharp bana ne ba sa hlapa ne mara ba tshwere ke boroko ere ke ba jishe and then ke tla o lata. The message that followed, that's all I said. Okay sharp, but ne ke tlhapisa bana ba thoma tshwara ke boroko ka mo metsing, so ere ke ba jishe ka speed ke tla o lata. She follows up immediately within 2 minutes with a message. Ne ke kopa o njwetse gore o tla nlata go ba jwang. Thinking and I'm the one who reached out to say let me know when you get here so I can pick you up. That's not a date. You're not entitled to that, right? I got pissed off. I'm recalling this whole time that I felt like when you were being disrespectful and you were telling me you're not being disrespectful. I think it's time for me to retaliate. By the way, we are the same age. I think. Karena karno, you know what? It's fine. Come. Ke nna ke respond ka message. I bua gape ka message mo ngare no hona ne ke a ke re yana pula. This time pula e ya fafaza. It's after 6. It's dark outside. It's ugly. She still has to walk over 500 meters to my house. And I'm saying I'm not picking you up. A romele voice note no ne ke re ha ke na airtime ne ke kopa on requestele Uber and then o tla hula mo moholong wa ka because right now nka se gone o tsamaya ka ra ke na yona Uber na ke rena ke na le koloi. I don't normally Uber, so I can Uber, and I had it. But I was just pissed off at this point, guys, because I'm like, I just told you I will come pick you up. Let me get something done quickly. My kids are a priority too. The fuck? More yeming is not like pula yana because normally you get like a chicken licking. So what is the attitude for? I was like, I will find your way, ma'am. Hey, let me come with part 3. Story 6 is still. Okay, here's part 3, guys, and I literally hope this is the last part. I'll be as fast as possible. So, Uber na. I don't normally use Uber, so I don't know what you're gonna do. You know? And then I could really plan Mugela make sure I walk, right? So I'm aware at this point that get late, it's dark outside, it's raining. So now I'm sitting in the bedroom. That's where because fortunately I have CCTV cameras and there's a monitor in my bedroom. Now can you level that monitor because it's dark outside or whatever. But I'm saying to myself, I'm not doing it, I'm putting my foot down, and I'll talk to her when she gets here, just to let her know one more time, or your disrespect is getting out of control. Then focus on the monitor or make sure she doesn't wait for too long. What does she do? She walks from the text rank, she gets to my house, she sends text messages to my sister-in-law's kids, because like guys, we made her family. So she had cell phone numbers as well, because Nebamona is auntie as part of the family, and we did everything with her. I wrote a message to say, okay, the owner of the house, and she has been chatting with me. Attitude, she doesn't even want to ask me to open my gate for her. So shule, right? And then I call the kids because back at the dining room, get a little gate. Namile ba libona ba araba phone. Kitele dij. Kia never me speakering because bano araba baby speakering banabala. I don't know why, but I could hear from my bedroom. Uba was no kimo gating bulele. Banabale ba mulela again. Immediately as she goes to her staff quarters. This is now a room outside the house. I follow her immediately because I don't want to address her in the house in front of Bana, right? Not that Kinyoko Luana, but I never want kids to hear these, serious conversations, even if it's in a calm manner. I follow her immediately and I go to her. I'm like, you know what? Once again, your attitude, I don't appreciate it. The way you spoke to me, I don't like it. Guess what she says? Yeah, and again today ha ka sebetsa because sa le ke tsamao seng, so ne ke kopa tšhelete o seng ya today we hule hobane ka sebetsa. And I'm saying to her, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. If you go nka today, I'm not going to ask for you to let me know or ask for your permission. I'll just let you know. But that's not what I'm here for. I got the kids. I took care of them for you. It doesn't even matter. All I'm saying is, please be aware of how you talk to me. You were disrespectful. I will come or some butcher kitlotla or biang. I apologize. Maybe but please, can something like this not happen again? Guys, tell me why. This woman unblocks me again and she starts posting statuses. Yeah, stratings kancha. Another status. Arme ula ankutlwa a rapela le nna ntate modimo a utlwa dithapelo tsaka ka fihla mo ke yang ke bolokehile. Haibo guys. Third status. Wa tseba ha re le batho sefatlhegong sa modimo re a lekana. Le ha o ka ba le tšhelete e bjang kapa bjang mara kopela ntate modimo re a lekana. Status number 4. This is in a space of like 15 minutes, guys. Status number 4. That was the last straw. Modimo kopa o ntshe ka hara e capita e ke leng ka hara ha yona. Guys, a capita is my house. My house is Egypt. So I'm not really good with the Bible. I assumed a capita is not a good place. But I want to go on Google to find out. Let's start check a capita. A capita is a place of slavery and suffering. I was like, my house, a capita. When then it means I was right all along with your statuses, because Mamutla, you unblocked me again to mention all of these things. And after everything I've done, I'm the one who reached out to say, let me know when you get here because the weather is ugly. I will pick you up. Now I want to pick you up, but I'm saying, let me get things done, and you're being rude. I'm calling you out on your rudeness, and you're calling my house Egypt. I was born. I've got 3 older siblings, 3 older sisters. WhatsApp group, immediately got a group call. to my siblings, I was like, Tabashi. The way my sisters laughed at me, I felt like a clown. Look, I saw it coming because they warned me so many times. I remember the day I had to go show my sisters Goloi. They were like, why would Lillian? We're not saying she shouldn't be part of your good days, but why is she celebrating your wins here with us today? You know? And I was like, you guys. So I saw it coming, but I still knew they will still advise me better. My sisters were like, if you don't let that girl go, you're in for a high jump. Remember, the next day was Lesotho. I was like, okay, say no more. My husband comes back from work and I show him all the messages. And what's with all the other incidents? I always call Mokoni. I'm no man. I think I'll have, but go make sure scalwa approachable, say talk, move a platform. If I have a problem, it shouldn't be addressed as status. And that's what I would always do. But this time I knew this was mine. My house get habit. One of my sisters was like, girl, I can't Romela Miguel Kanana by just letting her not to come back, letting her know not to come back. Karaoke sharp. I didn't make noise. I went to bed, but at that time, before I had made a decision that I no longer have a helper. Now I'm in the market for another helper at this point in time. She wanted her money cash all the time. I have her 13th check with me. Sasa frogo a tsoga ke mo fa yona ke re tšhelete gago ke wa e bala ebile o thoma go e divider wa e position wa e jikisha bo Mandela must be positioned in one place ke mo lebeletše. And at this point I'm uncomfortable because I know I'm about to take away someone's job, right? But it has to be done. Ba le tšhelete la tsenyengwe ka ka dipotleng a tsenyengwe ka dibekeng a re no tšhelete ya swana nna plekete o bolla a tshega and everything o la mola a fetša. I think I've had enough of your disrespect. I'm not here to have another dialogue with you. I'm not here to have another conversation with you. All I'm asking is please go back to your staff quarters. Take whatever is left of you so that we can just end things here. Normally, I don't like telling helpers ahead of time that I want them to leave for the safety of my kids and my house, unfortunately. And I said to her, please go get all your stuff. She said, no, me, what's about phone? I was like, matata or blogger kana go when I was not anything to tell me and then unblock me when you have something to say to me. Anyway, like I said, I'm not here to have a dialogue. I don't even want to hear your side of the story. If you're wrong, I want to be wrong. In peace. Just grab your stuff and get going. Thank you very much for your services. I appreciate it. Ki eo salary ya my fellow. Ki eo 13th check ya. It's been great. Good night and God bless. I nana ke mo felice chapters na sorry di beke ja buima kerkare o tsamaya for a long time. I didn't accompany her. She walked the distance from more Leboteng because my house has a wall and then in a palisade. No, it's a palisade. Fence man. Edi cheap so. I went go gating. So the walk from the wall to the gate was very long, very slow. I was unbothered. I watched her remote. I locked my butlers, I locked my doors, I got there and I called my sisters and I cried. They're like, what? I was like, no, I never want to be in this position ever. And I don't regret the fact that I did it, but the fact that it happened, it's really heartbreaking for me. Guys, my sister said this to me, never ever hold back in letting someone go the first time. Could have done this a long time ago. That time around May, I don't like people asking me that other people are saying, hey. That's the time you should have let her go. It's time. You've run your course. You fought your battle. And it's all good. And I had peace with knowing, or even if the next helper disappoint me, at least with the one I had before that one, I've given it my all. The helper gingila. And the age will always count against you. Because when either you're too young to be their friend, or you are too young to be their child, but you are never too old because womunyane wena self anyway. So yeah, but anyway, bana ba tla gola, one day we won't need them. Amen.
Ditaba le di mametse di utlwile ka tsela yo mme a tshetlileng ditaba tsa hae ka teng. Jwale nna ke re taba hae bue ha kapa taba hae le teng. Motho mo le mong a itse se nepaetseng sebakeng sa hae. Motho mo le mong wa itseba. Keletso ya ka ke ya hore ho lona ba ratuwa ba ya mesebetsing ka for ba mesebetsing. Tloellang ho mamela ditšhomi. Kore tlasa boemo bofe kapa bofe botho ha re boetelleng pele. Botho ha re boetelleng pele. Ndola ka ba ya utlwisa bohloko. Le tseba ke le jese motho ha ka utlwisa bohloko. A bona o mo ignore nthong ye wa utlwisitseng bohloko ka yona. Ho kelellong ya hae ka ba nahana hore ka nna ba ha o phele hantle ha utlwe bohloko. Hona le mohlang ntho eno tlo tla e moja hore na motho o ka mo utlwisa bohloko tje le tje. Hobane hona jwale mosadi no ditaba tsena tsa di buang re utlwa lehlakore la hae ha kere ha re tsebe le hore na hana jwetsa ngwananyana eo hore na itse ga se ka etsang o na bua ka thoni feng. Ho sa tsotelle hore na o utlwile bohloko ha kae. Taba hore o tsietsing ya mosebetsi ya pele ebile o ka hara lelapa la motho o go fe modimo sebaka. A ke re ithuteng ho fa modimo sebaka maemong a mang ya hore kopanang le ona hore a etse mosebetsi wa hae ba ratuwa hobane jwale letsatsi le letsatsi ka re ntso ba thata go tswela pele dinthong ka ho fapakana ha tsona. Hona jwale jana re shebile taba tsa mesebetsi au sio dinkeno o nantsa kopa ditshwarelo tse nno tse senang thuso hobane ketellong ya letsatsi o nantsa khutla a etsa ntho e tshwanang. O bona motho e ka ona se serious but ketellong ya letsatsi ha a jwetswa hore mosebetsi o fedile ke eno sa katella bolela go fono ha ene a le ho iketsang e se ka iketsang. Ha hona ntho e tlusa motho go jwelo ka motho a ratang dikobiso. Kore ha hona motho a ntenang jwalo ka e tla re ha na le bothata le motho kapa ho etsahala eng ebe o ikeme. Ha ke tsebena ke mo bitsa ke reng nonsense ya motho a senang boikemelo, motho a senang boikarabelo ebe o tla bantsa ngwala Facebook eng hwa tja o bona hore motho o tletse ka dikobiso qetellong ya letsatsi ka ntho eo a lentsietsing ya yona. O mosadi o nyetswe ba bohadi ba hao ba o tena o ikeme Facebook ho ngwala dintho di ngata di hana ho fela ho kobisana le bona. Batho ba ho phela le bona ha o ba jwetse ke hore 1 2 3 mona le mona le Nthabisi e tlo tla e solo fela bothata ka eng ntho eo o e etsang qetellong ya letsatsi. Status se tlo tla se o thusa ka eng se kobisang. Status se kobisang se tlo tla se o thusa ka eng e ka ba ke mang kapa mang. Batho ha ile batho bo phelang le bona ka foile batho bo ka ba fihlellang ke eng o sa ba jwetse hore taba ya ka ke na le ena mo ileng hona teng mabapi le ntho e itseng le itseng e leng hore le a etsa. Ene batho ba bangata ba e rata ntho eno ke tla mo kgalemela ka status ke tla mo jwetsa ka status ka nako eno o thola hore motho le status sa hao ha se shebile o se sheba. Wa utlwa hore ke ntho e tla be o khitile mading a mpa ho le ho kae hore ebe o hotse mahala batho ba ntse ba tshisa ka wena ba re wa ba qadile. Ba 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 fumane dikeletso tsa mofuta ona ona o tjena na hore tsamaya hore tjena motho yena ya o eletsang yena ha e etse ntho eno yena ha e etse ntho eno. Ha re ke re beng le ntho yane ya hore re ithate yes re ithate pelo ya bohloko ha ke ba ya o thusa ka letho lefatshe mona ka ofela ha rona re na le mathata ha ona motho a senang mathata. Jwale attitude o tla bona le yona kapa ha utlwa motho e mong a re nna mo ke sebetsang teng kapa nna mo ke nyetsweng teng kapa nna mo ho etsalang tje ke nna a di busang ke nna a laelang ke etsa 1 2 3 ke etsa dintho ha ke ratang ka etsang ka se ka etsang ebe ntho eo so o enka o e etsa hore e ke ka ba ya hao a itse le tswela molemo wa letho ntho eno bana ha o tsebena motho na nnete ka ditabeng tseno tsa o bolellang tsona ka nako nngwe motho na o bolella tabena ena o bua leshano ene ho qala qalong o batla mosebetsi ke ntho e thata haholo. Hona jwe jana social media e entse dintho hore di be ka tsela e bonolo di be tse dithatafaditse dintho le ka ho fetisisa hobane hona jwe tje mosadi yona sentse ba le teng basadi ba barui ba sentse ba kena inbox ya hae hore re bontshe snepe sa hae yena mosadi eno o tlo tla o fumana mosebetsi ka wena moetsi wa diketso tse ke mang ya tlo tla o hira ya utlwa mpuo e ntseng e bua ye le be bang ba ntse ba khona hore ba translate le bommati ya bona o tlo tla o fumana mosebetsi kae ene ha o senyeletse wena fela o senyeletsa Basotho bohle batho ba sa tla phuthulela Basotho jwa ma ha bona ha e se hore jwale ka morao mo batla ba fa attitude ba etsang ba se ke ba etsang ke eng ntho tse ntseng le dingola di statuseng mosadi yena ntho sa ntse ga dingola di statuseng ke o bolokolla motho ha o keta ho bolokolla o ngola ntho tse senang thuso ka nako o ka ga ntwe ya hae motho ana le monyetla hore ka o tshella chefu ka ga dijo ha hae mo wena o bua dintho tse senang kelello tsa ha qeta go khutla ho bontsha go tsietsing ya hae o ntse o betse go khutla hape o ikokobetsa batho ba modimo a se mahlanya the same way batho ba sebetsang le bona e se mahlanya ha ka ba bona go ba itswe dihole ba kgetang go tsamaya ba sia bahiri le bana mathateng ke the same way mohira ka etsang a o leleka o ntse o sa polena o ntse o utlwisisa hore ke hona ntse o tla o sebetsa ho bontsha ona le tsietsing ho nna ntse a hlatha kwana na bua mashano a kopa ditshwarelo ko bontsha ona le tsietsing ya mosebetsi ono wa mono fela tshiki sethobeng ngwana mono wa khutla o setsa ntse sa tsibisahaleng ho sentela monga ha o molaetsa o mo jwetsa taba ya hore ha o sa batle o tsho eng wa tsa wa qima ke ding tsona tseo ha re ke re beng le boikokobetso hle batho ba modimo ha holo bane re tsietsing a re ke re beng le boikokobetso wa tseba motho a tla arabisa motho ha e le go metseditse ntho tse sa tsibisahaleng ke ntho ke utlwisisang fela jwale ha e ba re utlwa side ya mosadi eo ebe o na hletsa dintho ka tsela yona e a o sie wa le ka tsela eo ho thona le ka teng ke boitshwaro bo hlephileng bono ene ke pheta hape ha a senyelletse yena fela o senyeletsa Basotho bohle a ke re la mutwa ona eo o reng ha ntsa hlalsa ditaba tsa hae o re ile ha o qala a bolela go fela ke Mosotho eba batho ba kgathala matla ho ile go hona le Mosotho e mong a ile a etsa ntho sa tsibisahaleng kae taba ya ha ile a tsibisala ka for Basotho ba bang jwale o buisa ona ba senyeletsa Basotho ba bangata ka kang ene taba kore e ka nna bana ba entse ntho engwe e itseng jwalo ka ha ile hore re tumme ka gore rona re le Basotho re nka banna ba batho ha re le mesebetsing jwale hona le hore be ho shejwana le taba eo ya banna ho betse ho shejwana le taba ya ho tella attitude o tella motho ha hae jwang ha holo jwang a bua le wena ka botho a etsa dintho tse botho malebana le wena ke a utlwisisa motho a ka re ke la ka mo arabisa hobane ana mpula ntho ke sa etsebeng ka ke ipotsa gore na ha ntibe ke eng ha emellane le ho ntsetsa stress sa hae honna fela nje ntle le mabaka jwalo ka ho se wa hlalosa no ntho eno re nka ile hore go hloka botho ka tsela e kgethehileng baratu a re ke re beng le nnete hape re emiseng ntho ena hore re phoqaneng ke January wona jwale jena na sebetsang hantle he